Sadie, people shouldn't worry so much about what?
Anything. No, everything. No, mixers. No, what is it people worry about? I know, bees. People should worry about bees.
Sadie, favorite American president?
Who's the one who laughs like an uncle?
Adams.
Adams.
Frank, tacos, burritos, or chimichangas?
Oh, you'd much rather hear Sadie answer that one.
Chimichangas.
Frank, best advice you've ever received?
Marry up.
Sadie, best advice you've ever given?
Marry me.
And that is the Wits Lightning Round.
How many times have you heard someone say Rome wasn't built in a day? You've heard it a lot. That's because Rome wasn't built in a day. It took, years. Maybe decades. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just an actress. An actress with a dream. Well, two dreams. One, I'm gonna wear my hair in a side ponytail more, because I think it looks good, and I'm even gonna do it when it's not in fashion. I know a lot of girls are doing it right now, but my face is not symmetrical, and I think what this does... My other dream...
Last time you were on the show,
Yes.
you caused a problem.
Yeah, you caused a problem.
I caused a problem because I had heard that you once... I was asking you about jobs that you had in the past, and I asked you, and you said that you had once worked in a brothel.
Yes.
True story.
But I told him as a
someone who
a
answers...
person I know.
Yeah.
Personally, not...
You told it on television.
Yeah, because you asked me here. So I said on television, yes, I worked in a whorehouse for 3 days. And then I had to call my mom and dad and be like, guys, listen, I said something on TV you're going to hear about.
Right.
I did work in a whorehouse for 3 days.
Yes.
I didn't whore. I didn't hook. I answered the phone.
Is that... I didn't whore?
Which, and I'm fine.
Do you say that? I didn't whore?
I don't know.
No! You know what? That's not the correct grammatical... I didn't whore!
I think that is.
I was not working as a whore, or I was not whoring it up. But I don't think you can say, I didn't whore. So your parents, are they conservative people?
No, they're not. I mean, they're not, pro-hooker, but they're kind of hippie-ish. But no, they
were they upset about this revelation then on TV? Did their friends give them a hard time?
Well, they were, at the time, my father was the headmaster, the principal of a day school, and
right.
so it was kind of tough on him because parents would come in and he's, suspending kids and expelling kids for doing drugs and stuff, and they would say, well, your daughter, she has sex on TV on that Showtime, and she worked in a whorehouse, and so my dad was like, oh.
And your dad was like, she wasn't whoring it up.
She wasn't whoring.
Yeah. She was answering the phones for other whores. No, oh no!
See?
No, I didn't mean you.
I was offered a great gig, actually, that I turned down, and I regretted it.
Yes, you were.
A guy came in my first day. The reason why I quit in the fourth day, a guy came in on my first day and asked me to be the girl, and I was like, no, I just answer the phones and bring out a fake shivas on the rocks. That's what I do. And he started calling in. He left, and he kept calling in with...
It's fake shivas?
Fake shivas. I don't know
so
what it was.
Disappointed.
I know it's not shivas.
Yeah.
You always thought you were getting shivas.
Yeah, no. Wow, so, but you were offered, but you didn't do it, of course.
This guy offered me $500 to dress like a Boy Scout, and he would provide the costume.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. To watch him make love with a lady of the night wearing her underwear. And I said, no, thank you. And the next day, I can't
even follow that scenario.
Oh, I know, yeah.
People have such complicated scenarios. You hold a crossbow, I'll put a fireman's helmet on. We'll get a donkey in here dressed like a professor, and we'll all make bread. I'm like, what's going on? What is that all about?
That came to you real fast.
I did that.
Yeah, that came to you really fast.
Now you know my fantasy.
So I've seen various versions of this. We can actually debate this one right now. Donder and Blitzen is German, I believe, for Thunder and Lightning.
Donder und Blitzen.
Yeah. There you go. And everybody started saying Donner and Blitzen. And then, I don't know on whose authority someone said, no, it's Donner and Blitzen now.
Oh, I think it was when Donder came through Ellis Island.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They took out that D.
Yeah.
So I asked Santa this when I went to see him a couple of years ago. I said, Santa, is it Donder and Blitzen or Donner and Blitzen? And he said, a few years ago, I changed his name to Donner. I don't know if he was joking with me. I don't know if this was even the real Santa or if he was a duly appointed representative of the real Santa. But is it? Would you want to say Donder or Donner?
Either way, it sounds like you broke into his house.
No. He's at the mall. You just
I see.
Yeah.
Hold on. You, a grown man, alone, stood in line.
Not alone.
At the Americana. And when you got up to Santa and sat on his lap, you said, I need to discuss two of your employees with you. Are they German? And are you changing their names willy-nilly?
Is any of this surprise you?
First of all, I did not go sit on Santa's lap.
You sat on it.
This guy might have gone to prison, joined the military, moved away, sold his property.
He was reckless in his personal life. A drinker. He would have had arrests for DUI.
This is it. This is your case right here. He was meticulous.
Oh, we haven't started yet.
We didn't start it. We were goofing around.
Oh, we were just running it. And then you started bringing it.
How do you spell repair low T?
Oh, REPARLOWT.
There's no I in repair?
REPA. Oh, there is an I in there.
Okay.
Thank God we pointed that out.
I just want to make the low T
You're
part.
right.
You should repair and
Oh,
then
low.
L-O, letter
L-O-T.
T.
Repair. REPAIR. Low. L-O-W-T.
T. Okay, there's a W. L-O and then the letter T.
Will you spell that as Sadie Doyle, please?
REPAIRLOWT.com/Kevin. Or you can call 1-800-569-8826. Fix your testosterone levels. What? That's www.podsurvey.com/Pollock to take our survey and get a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Thank you. Now, questions.
Without all these kind and talented souls.
Shit would be bananas.
BANANAS.
You also actually have to be legally drunk.
Legally.
You have to continue blowing a breathalyzer to prove that you are over .08.
This actually isn't true.
That's not true.
What?
The reason why you blow into that is to make sure we know where you're at.
To make sure that you're not too drunk. We have to make sure that you're like...
We're looking out for you.
I thought there was like
We're here to help you.
standards and practices that you're not allowed to call it drunk history unless they're definitely drunk.
What? That is the weirdest... What
That's
standards
real?
and practices would have a clause in there?
Season 4, she's telling the history of standards and practices. She clearly has so much work to do.
Yes, please.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I have not had a pet in a long time because my husband, with whom I live, is allergic to everything. But I had a wonderful guinea pig for many, many years named Monster, and I would put a shark fin. Monster was an albino guinea pig. I would put a shark fin on Monster, and Monster would just scoot around the apartment, and I would hum the Jaws theme. So I'm all for comfortably costuming your pets. They shouldn't have like straps going up their groin. They shouldn't be uncomfortable. It should be a thoughtful dressing of pets. So I'm for it.
Did you do this roughly around Halloween time, or this was just a year-round, put the shark fin on? Or did he always have the shark fin on?
Oh, no. It's just when I needed a little cheering up.
Hold on. Tell the fans, the audience, about these tweets, since I don't Twitter.
Oh, I Twitter as Shamar.
Okay.
It's crossing the line.
But
I mean, it's on the verge
if I ever sound like she sounds doing me,
You sound exactly
it's a problem. It's a problem. Go ahead, do me. Go ahead, do
I
me.
said one of them was...
Put some bass in your voice.
Okay, first of all, understand, I know it's wrong, but we're friends, so I can do this. Yo, yo, yo. Shamar Moore here. You know what freaks me out? Owls.
You have to take into consideration the fact that most people have not seen Pink Flamingos.
Right.
It is an X-rated movie.
But-
and I know this because I picked it out from the video store. And when I was 14 or 15 with my family, because the cover of the VHS box was just Divine in a dress. And I think there's a dog on the cover, but no. And so the whole family went home.
Oh, no.
In Maryland.
Oh.
To watch it, because this wasn't in video stores in the rest of the country. Wow. And there is a scene very early on in that film which none of us knew what we were watching, and my brother was probably 9, where a man and a woman are making love, and it involves a chicken. And that's when my dad stood up, turned it off, and said, everybody out of this room. Out of this room! And he took it out of the thing. He was livid. He was furious.
Who was he furious with? The video store?
The video store, that it was just on a shelf, not in like a cult or X-rated section.
Right.
And I don't know if he had words with the gentleman at the video store in Green Spring, Maryland in 1980 or what.
Man.
I mean.
Well, all right. If we're going to eliminate.
Gotta take that out.
We'll eliminate that.
Wait, what did you? Do you remember what the replacement movie was? Was it like
no.
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks?
Yeah,
We've got to cleanse ourselves.
I do not remember. I think the TV was turned off for the rest of the night because it was such shocking smut.
Just throw it in the ground.
And
we don't know what's going to come out of that box.
I made the mistake of sneaking downstairs later to watch more of it and threw up. Then had to clean up my own vomit and get the VHS tape out, put it back in the box, and put it back where my dad put it.
Wait, it made you throw up?
The movie made me throw up.
What made you throw up?
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it, no.
In one uncut take, the longest you could shoot back then was 9 minutes on film.
Mm-hmm.
In one uncut take, and apparently it was Glenn Milstead's idea, Divine, the man who played Divine. A dog poops on the sidewalk. Divine, continuous shot, leans down, picks up the dog poop, eats it.
No.
And I barfed. And it made John Waters famous.
There you go.
And it solidified his career because he had done, I think, maybe Multiple Maniacs and Desperate Women. I think he'd done a few films before that, but that was the movie where everyone was talking about. So yeah, there's a guy in that movie running around with baby back ribs tied to his penis, and he flashes people in the park. That I almost threw up, and then at the end, I threw up.
How do you tie? You know what? Let's move on.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're in Vancouver doing the pilot episode of Criminal Minds. Quantico, as it was called then. And Paget was doing I was there doing something. Paget was doing something else. A movie, something. I don't know. I met in the bar. We met in the bar briefly. We didn't really know her. And on my last day, I'm standing at the concierge desk, and Paget is standing in front of me and talking to the concierge in hush tone. And I was like, what's going on here? Something's going on here. And she turns and I said, what's going on? She said, there's a fire on the 16th floor. And I said, what? And my bags were on the 18th floor, and my plane was leaving in like an hour and a half. And she said, there's a fire on the 16th floor. And I said, why didn't you pull a fire alarm? And she said, I didn't want to scare anyone. I missed my flight. They shut the hotel down. Paget came to join us like a year and a half later. The trash chute was on fire. I didn't want there to be like a stampede, so I figured I'd tell the concierge. Made sense at the time. In other words, she was destined for the show.
And she in that meeting was like, whoa. I mean, she knew way more than we knew. It was really
I read it all. I dated, security.
You thought you messed it up, right?
I did it.
You thought you messed it up, right? You went off your paragraph.
The meeting? Yeah. I actually, after I left the meeting, did one of the dumbest things. I walked out of the meeting, and for a split second, I stood in the hallway, and I thought, I bet I could just get a big plastic cup and listen in. And I thought, no. So I went down to my car. My car was parked out front of the building, and there were all these glass windows up where they were talking. And there's some Judy Garland movie. Someone here will know it. Bing Crosby, Judy Garland. He's trying to make her a star. And he says, you're not a star until people look at you. People turn and look at you walking down the street. So she starts walking down the street making faces. So I walked to my car.
It was Easter Parade with Fred Astaire.
Fred Astaire?
Easter Parade.
Thank you so much. I don't remember what it is, but that stuck. So I'm walking to my car after the meeting with them.
But she remembers the toy box.
And I'm like making faces at everyone walking down the street and kind of throwing my hair around thinking, oh, they're going to be up there looking at me like, oh, I guess she's hot. People are turning around and looking at her. And there was a guy on a bike, and I like, and
tougher than it should be.
It was red.
Congratulations.
And Paget, that is how you win Who Tweets.
Thank you. Have you ever had therapy? What? You don't have to answer that.
Where the hell did that come from?
No, I have. And I ran into my therapist out in the world, and it was, I didn't know what to do.
I want to say, Paget, I'm so impressed with your knowledge of all
And your passion.
I'm obsessed with ancient aliens, and I think there are aliens.
And
And
you
I
think
saw
you've seen
something
one?
weird when I was in high school.
Have you
I'm
seen
just
an
saying.
alien, do you think?
No, I was 15 years old, and a bunch of
What city? We're in Massachusetts?
This is upstate New York, Westchester County.
That's where I'm from.
A girls' boarding school called Dobbs, the master school.
You know
Dobbs
where I'm
Ferry.
from, Westchester.
5
minutes away from there my entire life.
Were you hanging out at the all-girls school?
I'm listening. Yes.
So we were outside. It was night. It was before we were going to be called into our dorms, and we all saw at the same time 5 lights in the sky that were changing color so slowly that you didn't see the change, and we were all going, it's yellow, it's white, it's blue, and then this thing, soundless, rocketed miles away. We couldn't tell how far up it was, what it was, and we ran up to the dorm. We went into the dorm room, and our dorm mother was a nun, and she was crying, and she said she had called the police because she saw a big orb by the side of the freeway, and she was freaked out. We called the police, and the police officer said, we're getting reports from all over upstate New York. We don't know what it is. It could be the military testing something. So